Hello class. Let's begin our flipped lesson on maps. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the down home valleys. This land was made for you and me. Today, we are going to explore our land or our world using maps. Maps help us to understand the world around us. As we're going through this lesson, I want you to be thinking about why are maps important? How do maps help us to find places? And what do the pictures on a map mean? So to begin, let's define what a map is. A map is a drawing that shows where places are located. There is not only one map or one type of map, but three types of maps. The first map that we're going to talk about is a thematic map. This is the kind of map that you would find or that you would use that would tell us certain information about a place. So you would want to use this map if you were trying to find somewhere in your community, you were trying to locate something in your neighborhood, or even in your school or your library, or someplace you haven't been before, like a museum. Thematic maps are very helpful. Physical maps show different landmarks and bodies of water. They show things like lakes, mountains, and rivers. So on this Dora map, you'll see that Dora is about to go on a journey where she is experiencing water and land. So she's using a physical map. And a political map shows the borders of states, countries, and other areas. You've probably seen a political map, whether it's been in your classroom or in your library. You've probably seen that more frequently. It's in the back of some history books or social studies books. So these are the three types of maps. If I wanted to go ahead and see how far something is, like Texas is from California, I would look at a political map. So let's think about this. Let's review our types of maps. If I'm new to a community and I need to go to a Walmart, if you was to give me a map of the community, what kind of map would you give me? Would you give me a thematic map? Would you give me a physical map, or would you give me a political map to find Walmart? Did you say thematic? I hope you said thematic because that is correct. Thematic map is the answer. Now, if I wanted to know how far Nebraska is from North Carolina, what kind of map would I use? Would I use a thematic map, a physical map, or a political map? I hope you said political map. And if I wanted to take a journey across the ocean, or not even really that far, maybe the Gulf of Mexico or something close, but I needed to know how much water was around me, what landmarks and things would set me back from a car to feet to boat. What kind of map would I use? I would definitely use a physical map. So those are examples of the three types of maps. But for this lesson specifically, we're going to learn about thematic maps. And thematic maps tell us certain information about a place. Now, there are certain elements or parts to a thematic map. When you look at a thematic map, you might see a map key, which is this rectangle down here with these pictures. You might see a compass rose, and occasionally you might see a intermediate direction on the compass rose. But the reason why you have a map key is because if I have a map and I need to put some houses on there, I cannot draw a big house over and over again. That'll take up so much space in my map, I won't have any room to draw everything else. So maps need keys. The keys have symbols or pictures that represent things on the map to let us know what those things are. The symbols tell what the pictures on the map mean. So for instance, if I want to find a park, I'm going to look in my map key and see what is the symbol for park, and then I will know where the parks are. So on this map, the symbol for park is a tree. If I wanted to go to the school, I would have to look on my map key to see what symbol they have for school. Now, obviously, a school looks nothing like a yellow block with a black flag. But on a map, because the school is so big, you will have no room to put a school and all these houses in a park. So we obviously have to find something to represent a school. And they have chosen a yellow block with a flag. So a map key is very helpful because it gives us a lot more room on our maps. It helps us to realize where things are on our maps and what they mean. A compass rose is something that shows cardinal and intermediate direction. When I say cardinal direction, I mean the north, the south, the east, and the west. And when I say intermediate direction, I mean northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. So all of these components or all of these elements or parts of a map that make the map easy to read, they make it easy to find a location, they make you understand where you are and where you're trying to get to. So the pictures on a map are not just for decoration. The pictures on the map actually mean something, and you have to look at your key to be able to figure out what they mean. This is not just a star, this is not a cross, but this is a compass. It lets you know in which direction things are. And then when you find a compass rose with the intermediate directions on it, then you'll be able to get more direction with northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest. So why are maps important? I want you to think, is everywhere that we go close together? No. Do you know where everything is? No. I don't know where everything is, and I've been living for a minute. So if everything is not far or everything is not close together and we don't know where everything is, how will we learn where we want to go and how to get there? So if I've never been outside of my community or my neighborhood, but I want to go and travel on the Gulf of Mexico or to the Bahamas, how am I going to get there if I don't know where I'm going? If I don't know what landmarks are there, if I don't know that there's water, I can't just drive to the Bahamas. I can't just drive to the ocean. I need a map to show me what is ahead of me. What can I expect on my trip? Even if I just wanted to go to another state, a political map is so helpful because I can tell from Charlotte all the way to Nebraska how far that's going to be, how many states I get to go through and maybe want to sightsee. So you want to be able to think about why we need maps. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't know about the world around us. We wouldn't know what to expect. We would just all stay in our nice little communities. So for now, we're going to wrap up. But To show me that you understand the elements on a map, I want you to pretend that you are making a map. And you need to create a map key for the following pictures. Now, you are not required to make a map, but I do want you to pretend like you were about to make a map and you needed to make symbols for these different places on your map. What would your symbols look like? Please understand that you do not have to do the normal symbols. So the first one is church. You do not have to draw a big church. Give me a symbol that you would think that is easy to understand if you was to look at a map and you needed to find church. Do the same for park. Go back into our lesson and see that on our map picture, the park was a tree. So you know that you don't have to draw swings and a slide and a merry-go-round. You can figure out anything that you want for a park and do that for school, theater, movie theater, and restaurant. I look forward to seeing your drawings tomorrow, your symbols for your map key. And I also look forward to expanding on our conversation about maps. Tomorrow we will learn so much more about our maps, like how to create one, how to give directions, and how to read one. So don't be late. Come to school with your map key, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.